If you're an idiot and don't know how to swim, extend your arms and legs, making a star shape to float. If you choke while eating and you're alone, jump against a big chair with all your strength. You'll expel the food that is choking you. If you're on the beach and you get stung by a jellyfish, don't pee on the wound. It's very likely that bacteria will infect the wound. If you find yourself trapped in a car with no brakes, don't jump out of the window. You'll get out so fast that you will break your head. It's better to downshift and stop very slowly by rubbing against a wall.
If a piece of skin sticks out of the corner of your finger, do not try to tear it off. The wound could keep tearing without stopping. It's better to use scissors to cut it off. If it's your grandmother's birthday, never throw her a surprise party. You could give her a deadly fright and she won't make it to her next birthday. If you accidentally go into the women's bathroom, don't try to hide to avoid being seen. Someone might catch you and think you're a pervert. If you go to dinner with your girlfriend and your card gets declined, don't admit that you're broke and have no money. It's better to say you were traveling abroad and your account only has dollars.
The weirdest allergies in the world. This girl is allergic to water. That means she can't go in the pool or sweat or even shower without having a strong reaction. Something similar happens to this other girl who is allergic to the sun. She can't go to the beach or outside without feeling terrible pain on her skin, so she has to wait until it gets dark to go out and live normally. Yvonne Simone is allergic to money. In 2010, she went shopping and came back with her whole body covered in itchiness and discovered she was allergic to the ink on bills, so now she only uses a card.
If you're at your rich friend's house and break something, don't try to hide it. They have security cameras all over the house and they'll catch you. If you're at the beach and bury your whole body in the sand, do not do it near the water. If the tide rises, you'll slowly drown. If you're away from home and need to charge your phone, don't use public USB outlets. It's a trick hackers use to steal your information. If you're alone in a movie theater and a stranger sits next to you for no reason, pretend you're getting a phone call and change seats. It's very likely that he's a child kidnapper. If you're at a party but don't know how to dance, wave your arms up and down and tell everyone it's the latest trendy TikTok dance. You'll stop looking ridiculous and everyone will copy you. If you're broke and you can't afford a phone, grab a piece of wood and tell everyone it's the latest eco-friendly iPhone. Everyone will think you're trendy and will try to copy you. If you're traveling through Argentina, do not say anything bad about Messi. Argentinians love Messi more than their own parents, and they'll beat you up bad. If you're ugly and don't have a girlfriend or money, take pictures with luxury cars and post them on Tinder. All the girls will want to go out with you, and you just have to pretend that your car's in the shop.
If you are an idiot and don't know how to swim, extend your arms and legs, making a star shape to float. If you choke while eating and you're alone, jump into a big chair with all your strength. You'll release the food that is choking you. If you're at the beach and you get stung by a jellyfish, don't pee on the wound. It is very likely that bacteria will infect the wound. If you find yourself trapped in a car with no brakes, don't jump out of the window. You'll fly out so fast that you will crack your head open. It is better to downshift and stop very slowly by scraping against a wall.
If you receive an invitation to a mysterious game, be careful. It could be a competition to the death like in Squid Game. If a stranger offers you a red pill and a blue pill, choose the red colored pill. If you take the blue pill, they'll wipe your memory and you'll look ridiculous. If a clown offers you a red balloon from a sewer, pop the balloon and run away fast. It's a hitman disguised as a clown who kills children for money. If you look in the mirror and see your reflection moving differently, turn on the light and put your finger on the mirror. If your fingers touch, it's a fake mirror and you have an evil twin in your house. If you're moving into a very tall building, never live above the 20th floor. If there's a fire in the building, the 20th floor is the highest that firefighters' ladders can reach and they won't come up. If you're getting robbed and the thief has a very big belly, don't try to defend yourself. He is hiding a little person inside his belly that'll attack you. If you're at the gym and run out of strength to lift the bar off you, just tilt the bar to one side so that the discs fall on the floor. If you're on the street and there's a violent fight, don't try to break it up or they will beat you up bad. Instead, call the police and enjoy. Do not eat bats if you're traveling through China, even if you're very hungry. They'll give you a highly contagious virus, and you'll create a second global pandemic. If you're at the zoo and you really like monkeys, don't get too close to the cage. If you put your hand inside, the monkey will think you want to play, and it will shake you aggressively around the cage. If there's a solar eclipse, don't look at it directly without glasses. The rays will burn the retinas in your eyes, and you'll go blind. If you see dead fish on the sand at the beach. Don't go in the sea out of curiosity. The water might be contaminated by radiation and you'll die slowly. If you're driving and it's raining a lot, never drive on the white lines on the road. The paint is more slippery than the cement, and you'll lose control of your car. If you go into a bathroom for disabled people without permission, but the police see you, drop to the floor and drool while you talk. They'll think you're disabled and they'll leave you alone. If you're being bullied at school, do not tell the teacher. Everyone will say you're a snitch, and they'll beat you up much harder. If you want to jump from a high place at the beach, don't jump in the water without checking the sea floor. There could be hidden rocks and you'll break your bones. If you're trying to be funny by making a joke about bald people, don't do it in public. There's a good chance you're near some bodybuilders, and most of them are pretty bald. If you suddenly inherit a lot of money, don't tell your family. Your cousins and brothers will come asking for cash. If you buy a giant television, never throw the box in the trash. If thieves come across the box, they'll break in to steal your TV. If you're staying in a suspicious hotel, turn off the lights and examine the eyes in every painting. They might have hidden cameras to spy on you in secret. If you're on a date and the girl is very ugly, but you don't know how to escape, pretend you're getting a phone call and make a sad face while crying. Your date will think a family member has died and will let you live. If you're dying in the desert, walk only at night. Avoid moving under the sun, and cover your skin with whatever you can. The heat will kill you before the thirst does. If you have to sleep outdoors, don't even think about resting on the ground. Bugs and spiders will try to crawl into your ear, since it's a warm place to lay their eggs inside. If you're going on vacation to an African country, do not put on your shoes without checking them first. Most scorpions and spiders really love hiding in dirty and dark places like shoes. If you leave the bathroom and your mum has invited the neighbors over, turn on the shower to the hottest temperature possible. A curtain of steam will form and you can walk by without being seen. If you're at school and accidentally enter the wrong classroom, do not run out embarrassed. It's better to pretend you came to get something you forgot. If you're sleeping and wake up with a very strong pain, turn on the light and check your bed as fast as possible. You could have been bitten by a spider or something worse. If you're eating sushi and it's not cold, don't eat it even if you're hungry. It might have been stored outside the fridge and could have parasites inside.
If you're at your rich friend's house and break something, don't try to hide it. They have security cameras all over the house and they'll catch you. If you're at the beach and bury your whole body in the sand, do not do it near the water. If the tide rises, you'll slowly drown. If you're away from home and need to charge your phone, don't use public USB outlets. It's a trick hackers use to steal your information. If you're alone in a movie theater and a stranger sits next to you for no reason, pretend you're getting a phone call and change seats. It's very likely that he's a child kidnapper. If you're on a train that's about to fall from a bridge, the smartest thing to do is stay completely still. If the carriage stabilizes, use the seats as steps and move slowly toward the back. A lot of people will try to unlink the carriage to balance it, but the carriages will probably drag each other, making the entire train fall. Instead, try to use the emergency brakes so the brakes will be applied to every carriage and you can get out calmly. How to know if someone's cheating on you? First, ask your girlfriend to take a couple photos of you. If she refuses to show you the gallery, it's because she's hiding photos with her secret lover. If she brings you gifts without it being a special day, it's because she's been unfaithful to you with another man and she's feeling guilty. On the other hand, if she gets really angry with you for no reason on any random day, it means she's fought with her lover and she's taking it out on you. If she asks you to share your real-time location with her, you might think it's because she's jealous, but it's really so she won't go to the same places as you with her lover. Finally, hide an AirTag in her shoes, get an extra cell phone and follow her, then go to the lover's house, show him pictures of your fake children. Both of you will leave and she will be left alone. You fall asleep on an IKEA sofa and the store closes. Do this to survive. Avoid the cashier areas and employee offices. That's where most of the cameras are, and they'll think you broke in to steal. If you get hungry, go to the food area. There's a lot of food that's impossible to eat, but there are also hundreds of sandwiches that you don't have to cook. If you get cold, go to the blanket section and put them all on, even though you'll look like a Viking. If you get bored, you can go to the video game area and play until you get tired. But if you hear strange noises, don't make any sound. A little girl died in IKEA and her ghost still haunts the place. You're afraid to sleep alone and the beds are awful. Build a fort with the boxes between the aisles so the employees won't bother you the next morning.
If you're very lost on the street and you see many kids asking for money, run far away as fast as possible. It is an old trick used by criminals to steal from you. If you're an idiot and sleep with your phone, be careful. If it gets too hot, it will explode like fire and burn your whole house. If you have leeches sucking on your body, don't take them off. They'll vomit on the wound and you'll die from diseases. If you're on a bike and you're going going to fall, freeze and do absolutely nothing. The bike will keep going straight by itself due to the speed.
A fan threw an object that looked like a realistic rubber bat on stage during a rock concert. And on impulse, the singer Ozzy Osbourne picked it up and took a bite, believing it was a toy. But to his shock, the bat was actually real. When he pulled his head off with his teeth, he realized he had made a serious mistake as the bat's blood began entering his mouth. They urgently took him to the nearest hospital right after the concert ended so they could inject the vaccine against rabies.
Some soldiers opened the medicine box but only found baby diapers and duct tape. But what they actually needed were bandages and medicine for wounds. You see, the nurse who got the order to pack them mislabeled the boxes and accidentally sent the diapers instead. At first, the doctors were furious because they had just come from a recent battle and there were too many wounded soldiers. Ironically, the diapers and the tape worked even better to stop the bleeding. They even used them as ice packs to bring down the fever of soldiers. In the end, the medicine finally arrived, but by then, there were no patients left to treat.
Two men hid inside the wheel of an airplane on an 11-hour flight. As the plane gained altitude, the temperature dropped to -50°C, and the oxygen levels were so low that both men eventually passed out. One of the men fell from the plane to his death, but the other man somehow managed to hold onto the metal bar of the wheel. When the plane prepared to land, he was thrown violently as he came out of the wheel. The man fell from 6 meters above the runway and was quickly taken to the hospital, where he ended up recovering.
If you have been kidnapped by a group of terrorists, try to make friends with the kidnapper. If you get him to trust you, he will let you go out for air, and you can escape. If some gang members want to mess with you, get down and ask for forgiveness. It's better they laugh at you and not cut off your head. If you're wearing dirty clothes but it doesn't smell bad, don't do it. Your nose has gotten used to the bad smell and can no longer detect the stench, but you're really a piggy. If you notice that a thief wants to rob you, go quickly and talk to any random person as if he were your friend. Criminals will only attack you if you are alone.
If someone ever kidnaps you, do this to escape. First, don't ask for help. Instead, shout fire. People get more alert when they hear fire than help. You can also try to drop personal things, like a watch, a shoe, or a ring. This can help the police track where you are. If you can still look for known places like parks, train stations, or famous buildings to remember where they take you. If you can't see, use your other senses. Try to listen to sounds, remember weird smells, and memorize the number of turns and bends while you count the seconds the trip lasts. Your best chance to escape is in the first 24 hours. Now take a big breath so they don't tie the ropes too tight. If they put plastic ties on you, use your teeth to make them even tighter. Then lift your hands over your head and hit them hard on your knees. The pressure will make them break easily. When the kidnappers leave the room, try to take off the ropes and start running without looking back.